The internet has a strange habit. When someone goes quiet for too long, it doesn't wait. It invents an ending. At some point in late 2025, Yu Menglong stopped appearing the way fans were used to. No sudden goodbye, no dramatic announcement, no explanation that felt satisfying enough for an audience trained to expect constant access. Just silence. And silence on the internet is never empty. It's a vacuum, and vacuums get filled. At first, it was harmless. Questions, casual concern, fans asking where he was, whether he was filming, whether he was resting. Then the tone shifted. A single post appeared, vague but emotionally charged. No sources, no proof, just a sentence designed to trigger panic. Within hours, screenshots were spreading faster than context ever could. Search engines began to auto-complete his name with words that should never follow a living person. This is how it always starts. Not with facts, with feelings. Someone, somewhere, decided that uncertainty wasn't interesting enough. That speculation needed to be louder. That shock was more clickable than truth. And suddenly, Yu Menglong wasn't just absent. He was being mourned by people who had no confirmation of anything at all. What's disturbing isn't how fast it spread. It's how ready people were to believe it. Because this wasn't about Yu Menglong alone. This was about a pattern the internet has perfected. A pattern where a real human being becomes a canvas for collective anxiety, boredom, and cruelty. Where rumors don't need to be true. They just need to feel dramatic enough to be shared. Search results began showing fragments, half-statements, poorly written summaries, recycled content from unreliable sites. Some people claimed Google said it. Others said everyone is talking about it. But when you look closer, what you find isn't confirmation. It's repetition. One site quoting another. One post sourcing a screenshot of a screenshot. A digital echo chamber where nothing new is added, but certainty somehow grows. And once a rumor reaches that stage, correcting it becomes almost impossible. Because the internet doesn't reward accuracy. It rewards urgency. Yu Menglong has always been a quiet presence. Not the kind of celebrity who floods timelines with personal updates. Not someone who weaponizes interviews or overshares his private life to maintain relevance. That restraint, once admired, became the very thing that made him vulnerable. In an attention economy, silence is interpreted as disappearance. And disappearance invites narrative. People don't like unanswered questions. They especially don't like them when they're emotionally invested. Fans feel entitled to closure, to explanations, to endings that make sense. When they don't get that, the internet writes one for them, whether it's true or not. What followed wasn't just confusion. It was something darker. Edited images began circulating. Fake condolence posts. Long emotional threads mourning a person whose status was still unverified. Some accounts framed their posts carefully, using words like allegedly or reportedly, while still benefiting from a shock. Others didn't bother. They went straight for finality, for tragedy, for the irreversible. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Many of the people sharing those posts knew they weren't sure. But uncertainty doesn't stop virality. It fuels it. There's a psychological reason death rumors spread faster than almost any other type of misinformation. Death triggers urgency, empathy, fear, and shock all at once. It bypasses skepticism. People don't pause to verify because emotionally, they don't want to seem heartless by questioning it. Sharing becomes an act of participation, a way to say, I was here when this happened, even if this never actually did. And algorithms love that. Every comment asking, is this true, boosts visibility. Every emotional reaction pushes the content further. Platforms don't distinguish between concern and confirmation. Engagement is engagement. So the rumor grows, not because it's real, but because it's reactive. At some point, something surreal happens. The rumor becomes so widespread that people begin treating doubt as ignorance. Those who ask for proof are told they're in denial. Those who ask for official statements are accused of being insensitive. The lie becomes socially protected. This is the moment when misinformation stops being accidental and starts becoming violent. Because now, a real person's identity is being overwritten by a false narrative. Their name is no longer associated with their work, their talent, or their humanity, but with an unverified ending the internet decided was more interesting. Yu Menglong became a symbol without consent, a trending topic without agency. And the most chilling part? No one involved in spreading it would call themselves cruel. They'd say they were just sharing what they saw. They'd say they were concerned. They'd say, that's what Google said. But Google doesn't think. It aggregates. It reflects what people put into it. When misinformation floods a system, search results don't become truth. They become mirrors. This is why celebrity death trolling is so dangerous. It hides behind plausible deniability, behind automation, behind, I didn't start it. But harm doesn't care who started it. Think about the emotional impact on fans who truly believed it, people who grieved, who cried, who processed loss that may not have even occurred. That kind of emotional whiplash doesn't disappear just because a rumor is later questioned or quietly forgotten. Think about the families of public figures who have to see these narratives unfold. To watch strangers debate the life or death of someone they love like it's entertainment. To see speculation turned into spectacle. This isn't curiosity, it's consumption. And it raises a question that makes people uncomfortable. Why are we so ready to kill celebrities in our stories? Part of it comes from distance. Fame turns people into concepts, into characters. When someone is constantly on a screen, it's easy to forget they exist off it, that they wake up, get tired, disappear for normal reasons. The internet fills those gaps with extremes because extremes hold attention. Another part comes from control. In a world where fans have very little influence over the actual lives of celebrities, rumors create an illusion of power. Being the know, even falsely, feels like relevance. And then there's the cruelty we don't like to admit, the thrill of tragedy, the way bad news travels faster than good because it demands reaction. Death rumors are the ultimate form of that impulse. Yu Menglong didn't choose this narrative. It was assigned to him. And whether the rumors are later debunked, corrected, or simply fade away, the damage doesn't fully reverse. His name will always carry the residue of that moment. Search histories, remember even when people move on. This is why it's not enough to say, don't believe everything you see online. We need to talk about why we keep sharing things we haven't verified. Because the real issue isn't whether a rumor was true or false. It's why it felt believable in the first place. Silence should not be a death sentence. Privacy should not invite speculation. And no one should have to prove they're alive to stop the internet from deciding otherwise. What happened with Yu Menglong, or rather, what the internet claimed happened, is a warning, not about one person, but about a culture that values speed over responsibility, reaction over reflection. If we don't slow down, this won't be the last time. It will just be the next name, the next face, the next silence interpreted as an ending. And by the time the truth catches up, the damage will already have gone viral. And this is where the conversation usually ends. With outrage, with condemnation, with a vague reminder to be careful online. Then everyone scrolls on, waiting for the next shock. But if we stop here, we miss the most important part. Because the real question isn't why rumors exist. Rumors have always existed. The real question is why we participate, why we share before we verify, why we mourn before we confirm, why we allow algorithms to dictate our empathy. There's a moment, a very small one, between seeing a post and sharing it. In that moment, we choose what kind of internet we're building. Most of the time, we don't think about that choice because it feels insignificant. One click, one share, one comment. But multiplied by thousands, that moment becomes a movement. Yu Menglong's name became a case study in how quickly reality can be replaced by narrative, how easily uncertainty can be weaponized, how silence can be interpreted as tragedy when people are impatient for answers. And here's the uncomfortable truth. If this can happen to someone with millions of fans, imagine how easily it happens to people without them. The internet has blurred the line between information and performance. Posting isn't just about informing anymore. It's about being seen reacting. Grief becomes content. Concern becomes currency. And truth becomes optional as long as engagement is guaranteed. That's why corrections never travel as far as rumors. Calm doesn't compete with chaos. Nuance doesn't outperform shock. and responsibility doesn't trend. So what do we do with that knowledge? We start by resisting the urge to be first, by understanding that not knowing is better than knowing something false, by realizing that asking for proof isn't disrespect, it's care. We stop treating celebrities like fictional characters whose arcs need dramatic endings to feel complete. We allow them to disappear, rest, retreat, or simply live without explanation. And most importantly, we remember that behind every name trending online is a real person who didn't consent to becoming a lesson. Yu Menglong's story, or rather, the story told about him, should make us pause, not just for him, but for ourselves, for the systems we feed, for the habits we normalize. Because the internet will keep doing what it does best, amplifying whatever we give it. The question is whether we'll keep giving it fear, speculation, and premature conclusions, or whether we'll start giving it restraint. The next time you see a shocking headline, the next time a name trends with no sources, the next time Google says, replaces this was confirmed, remember how easily a person can be erased and rewritten. And remember that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do online is nothing at all,